A warm welcome to all. I am Mrs. Khushbu Pathak, Assistant Professor, SSMV Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. Today I am going to discuss the topic Marketing Information System. This topic comes under the Marketing Research subject and it comprises of Unit 1 of Marketing Research, which is a part of BBA 5th semester. So let's start. The key highlights of my presentations are introduction, meaning, definition, components, concluding remark. So let us start by introduction. So first of all, it's a diagram about MIS, how MIS function in the organization. So let's discuss about this diagram. Assessing information needs. So there are three boxes, one common box is there and other two are correlated with the one. So in first box, conduct interviews and determine what information is desired, needed and feasible to obtain. Means we are conducting interviews to get the information. So whatever information we want, we are needing the right type of information, so we conduct interview for that. So what two things that are related with it? First is monitors environment for information managers should have. Ultimately we have to monitor the environment, we need to assess, we need to analyze the actual environment, the actual market scenario, so that we can get the right type of information, and this work should be performed by the managers. And on the other side, examine cost benefits of desired information. So examination should be there, right? Are we collected the right type of information, or this information is useful for the organization, or this is useless. So we have to examine the cost benefit analysis, we can say. So we have to examine, so how much profit or how much benefit we are getting by collecting these type of information. So it definitely it depends on the relevance of your information collected, the accuracy. So the information collection and examination is very important task of the managers. In ultimately in functions of MIS, we are doing interviews and different methods we are going to use for collecting the informations from the market, from the environment, and we are evaluating and examining whether this is the right information or not for the organization. So let's see the introduction about marketing information system. Refers to an organized set of procedures, information handling routines, communication and reporting techniques designed to provide information required for making marketing decisions. Ultimately, what is MIS? Basically, it's a set of procedures, information handling, communication is there, reporting techniques are there. So it's a blend of collection techniques, and ultimately the main aim is to collect the right type of informations which will definitely leads to a right type of marketing decisions in the organization. MIS is an integrated combination of data processing, data analysis and reporting for the purpose of making informed decisions. Ultimately in the organization, what we are doing, we are planning, we are organizing the thing, we are controlling, and ultimately the right type of decisions should be taken in the organization. So in MIS also, we are collecting the data, we are analyzing the data, we are processing, at the same time reporting the data to the top level management, and ultimately making useful the information for the organization, and ultimately taking the right decisions in the organization. So this is the MIS. Then let's see the diagram. In previous slide we have discussed about the environment, how environment affect the data collection techniques, and so many factors are involved while collecting the data. So let's see one by one. It starts from the external sources of data. So there are two sources like external sources, internal sources. External sources of data, the information which are available to the outside the organization. So it can be from your market, from your environment, from your competitors, suppliers, customers. So outside the organization, whatever the data we are going to collect, it's a source of external data. Then we go for, when we have collected the data, then we go for the data collection. Then after data collection, we go for the data processing. The proper processing should be done by the management, and then this is also joined by the database management. Ultimately, while doing the data processing, we are using database management. It's a DBS management. It's a DBS, we call it as DBS in a short form. So we are processing the data, making useful for the organization. So after that, information generation. So whatever data we have collected, so data can be raw, data can be unprocessed, unorganized, disorganized. So we are trying to arrange those data, arrange the facts and figures so that we can make it useful for the company. So after that, we will have the information generation, the right type of information. After processing the data, we are having the information generation. We get those information which is relevant to our organization, which will be useful for us. So after that, information generation will go for the external end users. Ultimately, we have collected data, processed, and ultimately generated the right kind of informations, so that after that we will proceed for the external end user. So we will provide those data, the right kind of data and informations to the external end users. At the same time, information generation, again it is related with the internal end user, because the sources of data are two types, internal and external. At the external level, we have already submitted to the external end users, but at the on the other side, when we talk about the company or the business organization, information generation will be useful for the internal end users. Then it will related with the feedback, and at the end it will again correlated with the internal sources of data. So there are two sources of data, internal sources and external sources. For internal sources data are within the organization or within the business organization, whatever data and informations we are having, and we submit to it to the internal end users. But at the same time, for external data, we are collecting data, processing, and after generating the right information, we will submit to the external end users. Ultimately, it's the external environment of the business, we can say, of the business scenario or the market scenario. It's the external environment where we are trying to process our data and making it useful for the organization. At the same time, it's internal sources also, and external sources of data are available. Then next, marketing information system distributes the relevant information to the marketers, who can make the efficient decisions related to the marketing operations. Like in previous slides, we have discussed about the right type of decisions about marketing. So what can be the decisions we can take is marketing operations like pricing related, packaging related, new product development, distribution related, media related, and promotion related. So these are the marketing dimensions in operations where we are trying our best to take the right decision at the right time, at the right place, in the right situation. Then let's see the marketing information system, the role of marketing manager, how a marketing manager work under the marketing environment. There are so many functions. Distribution information, marketing manager collects different types of information. So we are having the 6 or 7 types of informations here a marketing manager collects. First is distributing information, distributing the information. Then assessing the information need. Actually, it start with the assessing information needs. Then seeing, we are trying to assess if there are any requirement or need of the information. So we first assess it. Then after that, we will search for the databases. Internal database we are trying to explore. After that, we are working for the marketing intelligence. Then we go for the marketing research. Then in whatever the informations we have collected, we are trying to analyze those information. So it's a information analysis, and at the end distributing information, whatever informations we have collected, we have analyzed, we have processed, ultimately we will distribute those information. So it's a work of the marketing manager for the organization. So let us understand the meaning of marketing information system. Its MIS is to describe as such systems are generally discussed in the context of marketing information or marketing research. It should be observed that the term MIS is commonly used for the somewhat more far-reaching management information system. Somewhat it is quite confusing, like what is the full form of MIS? So full form of MIS can be management information system, but in marketing scenario, in marketing research segment, when we talk about, it's a marketing information system. So it's definitely, it's a very important aspect in the marketing research. Then MIS cycle. Actually it's a marketing information system, how the MIS cycle works on. So basically it starts from the data. The top level management is there. First we are going to deal with the data. Data can be external and internal also, internal sources as well as external sources. So whatever data we are having to, then we proceed for market research division. We are providing, or we are assigning the duties and tasks to the market research divisions. They are collecting the data. After that we go for the market intelligence division. They are analyzing, trying to make the information very useful for the organization. Then we proceed for the market managers division. So means the marketing managers division, we will send the data and informations. Then we share it for market strategies and decisions. Ultimately the marketing managers division does whole work of collecting the right type of data and information, and it will convert it as a market strategy and taking the right type of decision. After this we will communicate, or we will submit those strategies and decisions to the top level management. Again top level management receive those data and information that will be useful for the organization, and the cycle goes on. Then again we collect the data and we does the processing, and the whole information and data will be submitted to the top level management by taking the right decisions and making the right type of strategies. So it's a MIS cycle. Then let's see the definition of marketing information system. Refers to the systematic collection, analysis, interpretation, storage and dissemination of the market information from both the internal and external sources to the marketers on a regular continuous basis. Basically MIS is collection of data and information, analysis, interpretation, storage, dissemination, ultimately from internal sources and external sources. So we are trying our best to collect each and every information and ultimately to achieve the organization objective. So it should be on the continuous basis. So let's see the one of the diagram how MIS work at the three level. There are three levels in the management: top level, middle level and the lower level. How the decisions are taken at the different stages of the management. So let's see, upper two boxes are there. Analysis of three system requirements like people, information and technology. So what we are trying to analyze, or what we are having the requirement about people, about information and about technology. Then to design the procedures which gives comprehensive report. So when we have collected data and information, so we have to decide what procedure we are going to follow and make the report. And after that we are having the three types of decisions required at all levels of management in executing. So top level, middle level and lower level, all three levels implement this decision making process. So first is operational decisions. Operational decisions are taken at the day-to-day basis. Then executive decisions. Executive decisions basically comprises of the middle level. So middle level management means managers and executives take the right decisions for the organization. And at the end, strategic decisions. Strategic decisions are basically taken by the top level management. So top level management is having the authority, at the same time responsibility for taking the strategic decisions. So operational decisions are taken by the lower level management, and that comprises workers, labor, supervisors. Executive decisions are taken by the middle level management, which comprises managers and executives of different departments and segments or units of the organization. Strategic decisions are taken by the top level management, by the board of directors, managing directors, CEO, CFO. These are the people, top level people, so they take the strategic decisions. Now let's discuss about the components of MIS, Marketing Information System. There are basically 4 type of components. Let's see in this diagram. Basically main components of MIS are 4 types: internal records, marketing intelligence, marketing research, marketing decision support system. So there are basically 4 components of marketing information system. So let's discuss one by one. First is internal records. The company can collect information through its internal records comprising of sales data, customer database, product database, financial data, operations data. Information can be collected from the documents such as invoices, transmit copies, billing documents. Companies maintain several databases such as customer database, product databases, etc. So internal records is something we collect the company related internal records like sales related data, customer related data, product related or financial and operations. So there are many types of data which we collect in the organization that will be internal in nature and within the organization. So it's an internal records we are maintaining. So in this diagram, let us understand this diagram also. First is internal records. Here we are trying to provide reliable internal or inside information of the company. Actually, whatever information or database we are collecting as internal records of the organization, so it provides the reliable internal informations for the company. Definitely it will be useful for the company. So the reliability is there because it's an internal, we are maintaining the internal records, databases and reports. Then comes the marketing intelligence. So here we are doing collects information from the external sources. Marketing and intelligence, we are collecting the information from outside the company or the actual market or the actual business scenario or the external environment. So it's an external scenario, external sources we are collecting the information. Then the third one, marketing research, where it is used to solve specific marketing problems of the company. Ultimately we are identifying, we are knowing whatever the marketing related problems are there, so we are trying our best to solve those problems. Fourth is marketing decision support system, are tools which helps marketing managers to analyze data and take better marketing decisions. Ultimately we are finding the right type of tools and techniques so that manager can analyze data and information, so that ultimately will reach at the right type of decision making process. So after that we have discussed the internal records in a detailed manner, and after that we are going to discuss the marketing intelligence. The marketing intelligence system provides the data about the happenings in the market. So whatever the happenings in the market or the business scenario, data relating to the marketing environment which is external to the organization. Definitely it is based with the external environment or the market scenario. So definitely it's outside the organization. It includes the information about the changing market trends, competitors pricing strategy, change in the customer taste and preferences, new product launches launched in the market, promotion strategy of the competitors, right? So these are the techniques or these are the variables we are trying to collect the information about the external environment or the market scenario. After that again there is a diagram. Here also MIS is there and 4 components have discussed. Then third one, marketing research. Marketing research is the systematic collection, organization, analysis, and interpretation of the primary or the secondary data to find out the solutions to the marketing problems. Ultimately, we are collecting information, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, and ultimately solving the marketing related problems and taking the right decisions. Several companies conduct marketing research to analyze the marketing environment comprising of changes in the customers' taste and preferences, competitor strategies, scope of new product launch by applying several statistical tools. So at the same time, we are using the different tools and techniques for analyzing and making useful this information for the organization. Again, here we are having the comprehensive diagram of the components of the MIS as well as the impact of the marketing environment and also the marketing managers. So let us discuss this diagram. First, marketing environment is there. Marketing environment comprises target markets is there, marketing channels are there, competitors are there, audience, macro environmental forces. So what are the macro? It is having a very broader concept, broad aspect like a natural environment, economic environment, political and legal environment, social and cultural environment. So these are the external forces which are affecting the information gathering, information analysis, and making the decision in the organization. So it's a marketing environment. There are many factors which comes under the marketing environment. Then we are having MIS. Again, four systems we are having. In MIS we are having the four subsystems: internal report systems, marketing research system, market analytical system, marketing intelligence system. Then at the end, after processing these four subsystems, we will conclude it at marketing managers. So what marketing managers are doing in these components of MIS? Analysis, planning, implementation and control. So marketing managers are performing their duties as whatever the informations are collected by these four subsystems, they are analyzing information, planning about it, implementing, and if there is any requirement of correction, they are controlling also. So it's a comprehensive diagram about the MIS. Then one of the component is left, marketing decision support system. It includes several software programs that can be used by the marketers to analyze the data collected so far to take better marketing decisions. So we are using software techniques, software programs, so that we can collect the data, analyze the data and make the right decisions. With the use of computers, the marketing managers can save the huge data in a tabular form and can apply a statistical program to analyze the data and make the decisions in line with the findings. In a simple manner, what we can say is, everyone is aware about the MS Office. We are having the MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint. But if we are having a large data, so how we can maintain a record in MS Excel? For that we need an advanced technique that is called SPSS. So SPSS tools and techniques are used for the long calculation or too much large amount of data are assessed and processed. So in marketing decision support system also we are using the advanced tools and techniques for making the right decisions. Again, it's the full comprehensive diagram about the MIS, how this whole MIS is work in the organization. So again, marketing environment is there, markets is there, channels is there, competitors are there, law is there, economy is there, technology. So these are the macro environmental factors which are affecting the MIS. From that we are collecting the data. Here in diagram we can see we are collecting the data and it's a input gathered data. Basically this is the input marketing environment and we are collecting the data. So here there is a data and the data is related with the internal report system, then marketing research system, then marketing model system and marketing intelligence system. So these are the four components of components of MIS. So data is related by the marketing environment, and after processing this we are going to have the three types of decisions. So previously we have discussed this also. Strategic decisions taken by the top level management, control decisions taken by the middle and top level management, and operational decisions are taken by the lower level managements. And here marketing decisions and communication means how MIS is working. The four components are working under the marketing environment, how they are collecting information, how they are collecting data, and how they processing those data and converting into the information. After that, giving the output, like distributing output. In output we can have the different types of decisions. So it's a overall, it's a complete picture of MIS. So MIS works under this configuration. So last but not the least, it's a concluding remark about the MIS. Thus, the marketers need to keep a check on the marketing environment, that is both the internal within the organization and the external outside the organization, so that marketing policies, procedures, strategies can be designed accordingly. Ultimately, in marketing information system, we have to analyze the marketing environment, the internal environment and as well as external environment, so that we can take the right decisions, we can frame the right marketing policies, procedures and strategies, so that ultimately right type of decision making is done by the marketing managers. So thank you.